Alright, this is Joshy Vlogs. We're trying to finish off this damn game. It's taking longer than I expected. Okay, so yeah. If the magic imbued in a dragon's breath can be cancelled out, you don't have to overly explain it. After their death, it would be rare for anybody to discover this, unless it was by chance. I was a bit skeptical when I heard about it. It sounded like an old wives' tale, but just maybe. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't have any proof. It's just hearsay, but if it is, that really would be amazing. Yeah. Celeste looks down at her legs as though she's never seen them before, like they belong to somebody else. That really would be amazing. Yay! She lifts her head up and smiles. Her whole face radiates with happiness. Look at the half cute image and the half fan servicey image. I mean, let's just face it, that whole character is fan service at every given moment. There's like no moment where Cecily is not like a pure fan service, super sexy character. I mean, this is probably one of the least fan servicey images of her, but it's still, yeah. I'll just have to keep hoping. Who knows? Maybe I'll be able to make a full recovery. I'm sure you will. We're related after all. Nobody's as stubborn as we are. I smile to myself as I spear another piece of pancake, lifting it to my mouth. You don't have to describe every piece of pancake you eat. I don't doubt that. Not for a second. I think we're done here. After my rather agreeable breakfast, I head off. Celeste and Cecily wanted me to stay for a few more days, but I told them I couldn't. I have somewhere I need to be. Little Haven, the village where I was born. I want to see what has happened to it during the last 20 years. Did Little Haven too fall victim to a random attack by a horned dragon? Will I find it razed to the ground, charred and blackened and completely destroyed? Maybe. Maybe not. There's only one way to find out. I'm not sure why I feel so sentimental. My mother years and years ago, and my father shortly after. I've been alone in this world. I think it was supposed to say died. Without any family. For more than 2 decades. I've already consigned myself to the fate of being alone. But even a wandering soul like me wants to return home from time to time. I walk through the village. It's a bit worse for wear after the attack last night, but the damage isn't too extensive. A few houses were completely destroyed, but most were lightly signed. Fairside isn't ruined. With enough manpower, it can be repaired in a month or so. As I walk, the villagers all turn to me to smile at me. They greet me. Why, if it isn't the great warrior. It's a pleasure to see you. Are you going off on another adventure? I bet there are plenty more villages across Talia to save. You'll be kept busy. Ha 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 ha. They laugh jovially. I exchange smiles with them. Some of the younger men and women are high up on the roofs of their homes with nails in their mouths. They're repairing the damage done to the rafters. In the distance, yet more people are chopping up the felled trees. Maybe they plan to use them to rebuild the damaged homes. A dog tanning itself beneath the sun yips when I pass by. A few chickens peck at the ground for corn, wending beneath my legs. Wending? Is that a real word? Wending? I think it's supposed to be winding. Wending? Go in a specific direction, typically slow, or by an indirect route. Yep. We learned a new word. Gotta say, like these visual novels, they have these words in them. It's good for the vocabulary. Just like a real book. It's a warm day, bright and sunny. I engage in light conversation with some of the villagers. I point out how expensive the felled dragon's body can be. If they strip it of flesh and blood and teeth and bones, almost every part of the dragon is useful in medicine or potions, or even in fashion. Dragon skin boots are very popular. When I tell them this, they thank me. A young boy has retrieved my sword from the dragon's head. He hands it to me, beaming brightly, and I thank him. My sword's even been washed. Not a single drop of blood remains. I'm thankful. Wow, they really put out those fires pretty well. I recognize these buildings were looked like they were going to burn to the crisp. The people of Fairside truly are good people. I say my goodbyes and I turn and start to walk. I'm going to leave. My feet fall against the ground with a series of thuds. My sword is sheathed at my side, but I don't think I'll need to use it for a while. I really want her to stay, but I feel like she could have like a family here. Not in this village that's filled with life. All around me I can see people working, people laughing, people living. Where do they get their energy from, their optimism? It must be because these people have things they believe in, things they care about, things they love. I wonder what it would be like if I had such a purpose. Where can I find something I love like that? Right here, dummy. Maybe I'll find my answers in Little Haven. Then again, maybe not. I haven't gone more than 5 paces when... Arcadia, hey! Arcadia, wait! Cecily, what is it now? There's something I wanted to tell you. What? I just thought I should say, I'm sorry. And then she bows her head. It's a deep bow, overflowing with respect. It's almost like I'm a hero or something. Now where did Cecily get that ridiculous idea from? You should be bowing to her, bitch. I shift suddenly, awkwardly. A few of the villagers are watching us, snickering. Is snickering a word? It is, right? I usually use snickering with a CK. Sniggering. Sounds racist. Laughing in a half-suppressed, typical scornful way. Yep, no, it's correct though. Snickering is also a word, right? With CK. Yep. Okay, they're both the same, right? Laughing in a half-suppressed, typical scornful way. Okay, yeah, it's the same word basically. It's a synonym. You don't need to bow, you know. But I have to. You're the great warrior Arcadia. I thought we've been over this. You're just a normal woman. You told me that yourself last night. But you saved us. You know as well as I do that it wasn't just me. Yeah, you did most of it. We couldn't have killed the dragon if it weren't for you and your ice spells. You were an invaluable member of the team. Actually, she was the MVP, bitch. I clasp what I hope is a reassuring hand against Cecily's shoulder. She blushes gently against the warm morning sunshine. But I was going to kill you. I thought you should at least apologize for that. You don't need to apologize for something you haven't done. What's in the past is the past. It's in the past, you said. No hard feelings? Not particularly. I'm used to people trying to take my life. It starts getting old. Oh, jeez. Cecily shakes her head. You just think you're so amazing, don't you? Oh, shit. I have no idea what you mean. Yeah, I'm sure you don't. I just don't know why you decided to save us. If I were in your position, I wouldn't. I'd never want to save people who tried to kill me. Well, it's complicated. I think you had good reasons to hate me. It's because I let a member of your family get hurt. I let them down. You wanted revenge. It's natural. That's how people are. That's how people are. Cecily shakes her head again. You say that like we didn't try to kill you. You tried, but you failed. I guess. I should have known it would have been beyond my abilities to take down a legend. You're too sharp for me. It's not that hard. You just need to get them when they're sleeping. If cut, I bleed like everyone else. But your cuts heal up after a few minutes, right? Then cut deeper next time. This conversation is kind of grim for so early in the morning. You're the one who brought it up. I guess I'm thinking about it like, when that dragon attacked us, I was so scared. I thought I was going to wet myself. But you didn't. Well, maybe a little. You did? Just kidding. But I still can't believe I did that. I didn't think I'd ever be able to do anything so extraordinary. No judgment if she did, because I think probably anybody would in that situation. Even ordinary people can do extraordinary things if they have reason enough. That's how all legends are born. Even yours? Even mine. Like I said, I really am a normal woman. I'm not so different to you. Then what is it that encouraged you to fight? You didn't have to. This isn't your village. It isn't, but I had something I thought I should fight for. What? Your trust, perhaps. You really want my trust? Maybe. Cecily is a pretty girl after all, and I've never been very good at dealing with them. That makes me feel unusually tongue-tied. Since I can never say what I want, I always resort to action instead. I start showing off. I really haven't matured that much. I'm still a kid deep down inside. The same teenage girl who fought at Kadath. And you had reason to fight too, didn't you? That's right, Celesta. When I thought about her getting hurt, I knew I couldn't stand there doing nothing. I had to make some kind of stand, even though I was scared, even though I was terrified. And that's what true courage is. It's doing something that scares you because you know it's the right thing. You might make a wonderful hero yourself someday, Cecily. Well, I don't know about that. I do. I believe in you. I think you'd make an even better hero than myself. And now you're just flattering me. Not at all. I'm a warrior. I made a name for myself by taking up a sword and killing people. But did I ever really save them? Did I ever make a difference? I don't know, but I offer Cecily a small smile, slightly muted. If I was able to make a difference last night, then I would be happy, I think. Maybe I finally earned my true title as a warrior last night. You thanked me, but I should thank you. You believed in me. You set me free from that cell. And you let me prove my worth, not just to you and your sister, but to myself. I can't thank you enough. And I bow my head. Cecily deserves it. She's more of a hero than I am. More of a hero than I'll ever be. You don't have to go that far, but yeah, in this case, yes, Cecily did kill the dragon. But I can always try to improve myself. I'll do my best. That's all we can do, really. Trophy earned. Moving on. We did it. Thank you for reading. Yeah. There were no choices to be made in that game. It was just all reading, which is fine. I enjoyed it anyway. Story and writing, waffle. It's definitely like a true visual novel game without any interaction or choices. Character art, Wanaka. Background art, Fate Line Alpha. GUI, Badriel. I really enjoyed that, I'll say, all in all. There were definitely emotional moments that got to me. I even cried at one point. I'm embarrassed to admit. Music, Zach Parrish. Production, excellent. I don't really have any complaints. You know, there's some typos and stuff, but not really that big a deal. The following day I find myself in Little Oak Forest, trees surrounding me on almost every side, blocking out most of the sunlight that tries to filter down from above. I glance around at the trees. I'm not very good at identifying the various flora and fauna of Talia, but I was raised near these forests and I know a little. The large tree with the expansive leaves and the fat, squat trunk is an oak. The tree with gnarled bark and branches festooned with green seeds is an ash. Oh god damn it. How can you do this to me? Is this just to mock me? You used to tell me about all the trees? Is this like a punishment for beating your game? The tall skinny tree with a slender white trunk is a birch. Knowing, you don't even bother to show the trees. You at least show each tree, I'd be learning something. Knowing the names of these trees doesn't really help me, of course, but categorizing them inside my head gives me something to do while I walk. I suppose it's rather relaxing. I keep on going. The leaves crunch beneath my boots. A faint breeze catches my hair. The leaves on the trees rustle together as though huddling close for warmth. It's only been one day since I was in Fairside, but I think I miss it already. I don't miss the attempt on my life, but paradoxically, I do miss the girl who was behind it. Cecily. I wonder what she's doing right now. Will she be sitting in her warm, cozy little cottage by her sister's side? Maybe they'll be trading more stories about me. Well, let them talk. It won't do any harm. When you become a public figure like me, you have to accept that people will gossip. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's just gonna be... I don't need to listen to any more of your meandering, okay? The game's over. Even when you're not a public figure, people gossip all the same. Blah, 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 blah. People are always gossiping. They're really incorrigible. Cecily is the worst of all. What? Really? So determined, so stubborn, so idealistic. It's rare to meet people like that in Talia. I think you barely know Cecily. You only spent like a moment with her where she was not pretending to be somebody else. People who are so confident in their beliefs, they're willing to die for them. Cecily could have died when she faced off against the dragon, but she didn't. She also could have died when she tried to, like, take you down. She's a survivor. Maybe we were cut from the same cloth. I paused, shaking my head. Why am I thinking about Cecily? I have to keep moving. I've left Fairside behind me, and I won't be going back. I'll never see her again. I have no plans to, so... Why? Arcadia! Hey, Arcadia! Why does that voice sound so familiar? Is it gonna be Cecily? Oh, Jesus. There's a girl running toward me. Her hair is soft pink, like the inside of a peach. Oh my god. So are her lips. Her cheeks, too, are stained pinks. Actually, she has no lips. I guess her cheeks are a bit pink. She crunches the leaves beneath the soles of her feet as she runs. They rustle. How long has she been running exactly? She stops before me and doubles over, resting her hands on her knees. She stops her breath. Her face is damp with sweat. I can see it is beading on her forehead, trickling down her nose. She gasps, straightens up, wipes her brow with the back of her hand. All the while I stare. Is this some kind of delusion? Maybe a dream? I pinch the inside of my arm with my thumb and forefinger. It hurts. Maybe she isn't a dream after all. Now that I've pinched myself and hurt myself and realized she's real, I guess. Yep. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm happy this is happening. Don't get me wrong. I just don't know. I just don't know if it was worth it, because I was just like I thought I was done, and now it's still going. All right. Well, this is the ending that I wanted, so I shouldn't complain. Cecily, what on earth are you doing here? I did some thinking this last day, and I came to a decision. What? Well? Cecily smiles brightly, or as brightly as she can manage, since she's still struggling for breath, and clasps her hands together. I've decided I want to go with you. Is this supposed to be a joke? If it's a joke, it's quite an elaborate one. No, it's not. What's so funny about it? And now she's pouting. You can't go with me. You have to stay in Fairside and look after your sister. But that's the thing, Arcadia. My sister, Celeste, she's getting better. So slaying a horned dragon really can alleviate the effects of their cursed fire. That's right. I don't think she'll be able to walk again, but almost all the pain has stopped. She doesn't need to stay in bed anymore. She was out in the village with everybody else, helping them restore the burnt houses. It was amazing. I never thought I'd see the day. Cecily sniffs for a few moments. She seems overcome with emotion. She brings a finger to her eyes, wiping away tears perhaps. It's everything I ever hoped for, and more. All of my dreams are coming true. You mean Celeste's dreams? Celeste's dreams are my dreams. This whole time I've done everything I could, absolutely everything, to help her and protect her and take care of her, but I don't know if she needs me by her side anymore. I'm sure Celeste still needs you. She loves you, Cecily. I know she does, but after spending so many years reliant on me, she can finally do things by herself. There's simple things we all take for granted, but she never dreamed of doing in the past. She can put on her own clothes, do up her buttons, brush her hair. Do you know how amazing it was this morning when instead of waiting for me to dress her up like a doll, she did all of that by herself, and she didn't even grimace. It was amazing. In fact, Celeste told something this morning. She told something this morning. What? It must have been something earth-shattering to prompt Cecily to run all the way after me. Celeste said she felt bad for tying me down to this village all these years. She felt guilty that I had to devote so much of my life looking after her. And it's not like I minded, you know? I loved her a lot, and I wanted to be by her side. I would have done anything for her, anything. I've never resented her for her condition, not once. I knew it wasn't something she could help. You resented me instead. That's right. I did resent you. I hated you. I thought if you died, then maybe Celeste would have finally had some peace of mind. But I think most of all, I wanted to get revenge on you for my sake. I did resent you. I hated you. I thought If you died, then maybe Celesta would finally have some peace of mind. But I think most of all, I wanted to get revenge on you for my sake. Because you couldn't hate Celesta. You decided to hate me. That isn't quite right. I never disliked my sister. Not ever. She's precious to me, but I've always wanted to explore. It's been my dream ever since I was young, to leave Fairside and see the rest of Talia with my own eyes. There isn't much to see, I'm afraid. It's all death and destruction, mostly. Well, aren't you cheerful? Cecily giggles. I think I really messed that laugh up. I was trying to make it sound natural, but it prods me in the side. It tickles. It's easy for you to say that, Miss Legendary Hero. You've been all over the world and seen all the sights that there are to see. Well, she's not wrong about that. I've seen monsters shatter against my sword in the Battle of Kadath. I've seen mysterious shrines devoted to the ancient fox people in Tamaoka. I've seen a brave young girl protect her village from the attack of a deadly fiery dragon. Your head must be so stuffed full of amazing and incredible things. I probably look very small and silly to you. She's wrong, of course. But that's why I want to go. I want to explore. I want to look around. I want to see things. This is feeling very Xena and Gabrielle right now. This is definitely Xena and Gabrielle right here. You've always had lofty dreams, I take it. I was born with my head in the clouds. That's what Dad said. Cecily grins. I thought I'd never be able to explore, but Celesta told me herself this morning. She said if I felt there was something else I had to do, I should go and do it. She doesn't want to keep me inside the village, you see? She's feeling a lot better, and there are a lot of people who can help her. She wanted me to explore, and I thought I should take her up on the offer. I mean, why not? I'm not getting any younger. It'll be dangerous. Like I care about danger. Cecily puffs out her chest proudly. Yeah, her chest. I fought a dragon, remember? With help. Yeah, there you go. She fought a dragon with help. That's accurate. Hey, I thought you said you couldn't have done it without me. Well, that's what she's saying, that she helped you. Okay, calm down. I couldn't. Likewise, you couldn't have tried it without me. That's fair, yeah. Well, isn't that even more the reason for us to travel together? We can make up for each other's weaknesses, and her eyes glitter mischievously. You don't have a mage in your party, do you? I sigh, close my eyes. Yeah, she doesn't have anybody in her party. She's right. She's got me. I've never been very good with words. I'm even worse with arguing. When I want my own way, I usually turn to the sword, but I can't unsheath it now and slice Cecily in two. I don't want to hurt this girl. This bright, cheerful girl who's never traveled far beyond her village. Maybe I should take her up on her offer. It is true, I don't have a mage, and I do have a marked weakness when it comes to magic. You raised a good point. Then it's settled. It's nice traveling with you, partner. But my voice becomes cold and steely. I don't want you running off into danger. Stay by my side and don't get yourself hurt. Otherwise, your sister would never forgive me, and I wouldn't forgive me either. Alright, fine. I'll be a good girl. But if you think I'm going to hang back while you fight all the monsters on your own, you have another thing coming. I never expect you to hang back. You're not the sort. What's that supposed to mean? Oh, Jesus Christ. I flick her forehead. It means you're impulsive. Well, maybe a little. And irritating. Hey, you're much more irritating than I am. Scrappy too. You argue back. Such behavior would never be permitted in the army. My instructor, Miss Mawa, would have flayed me alive. Yeah, but I'm not in the army. You're not my superior. We're allies. Equal comrades, right? Comrades. I repeat the word. Taste it on my tongue. It tastes good. It's fresh and cream. Like spring water. Maybe if I'm with Cecily, traveling through Talia won't be quite so lonely. I've been alone for long enough. That's right. We can be comrades. Good. I knew you'd see sense. You're a smart woman, really. What do you mean, really? Well, you're always swinging that huge sword around. I thought maybe you were compensating for something. That's typically men. Oh, I didn't mean like that. I meant more like maybe you have a tiny brain. Don't make me regret my decision, Cecily. I can always leave you in the night. Oh no, don't do that. Then try to behave. I will in time, maybe. Good grief. But first, Cecily looks up at me coyly. She giggles. I think we should seal our pact so it can't be broken. Right? I proffer her a hand. Oh no, shaking hands is so old-fashioned. That's the kind of thing old men do. Then how else will we seal our pact? I was thinking maybe something like this. Oh snap. And with that, Cecily stands on the very tips of her toes and presses her lips against mine. It looks like she tackled you though. Her lips are soft. Her mouth is warm. She tastes light, I suppose. Airy and soft. I feel kind of dirty looking at this and reading it. Just like a spring breeze. I close my eyes and allow myself to surrender fuller to this sweet sensation. I wrap my arms around Cecily's slender waist and hold her close. My heart is pounding. I think I'm blushing. It's not a very dignified look for a legend such as myself, but I can't help it. Hopefully, Cecily's too concerned with nibbling at my lower lip to notice. Alright. I sigh softly into her kisses. Into her kiss. Okay, sorry. For such a small woman, she really is insistent. Well, I don't mind that. Cecily. I knew from the moment I met her, this woman would be my undoing. I've always been bad at dealing with pretty women. They really will be the death of me. Alright, there we go. That was kind of a dark, like, it felt like a happy ending, and then it got like really dark with that final thought. I don't think it was meant to feel that dark. But, alright, let's look at all this fan service. I bet like 90% of this will be fan service. Should we check? Fan service? Let's be honest. Wait, can I not just get... I can't just go through the... I can't just go through them right and left here? Seems like I can't. Yep. Okay, I can't. Okay. Fan service? Fan service. We'll look at each one. Fan service. Fan service. Fan service. And the dragon is not fan service. Okay. 5 out of 6 so far is fan service. Okay. Let's just not go through all of them. Okay, so now it's 5 out of 6 still fan service. Or should I say 10 out of 12 and fan service. Okay. All right. It was less than 90% fan service. I was wrong. They didn't. Oh, they do have one with her in her nightgown. All right. Let's look at them all. The dragon defeated. Okay. Alright. We did it. Okay. Sometimes, when I'm trying to get to sleep at night, I can still hear the screams. That's all, folks. This has been Legends of Talia, Arcadia. See y'all next time. They're impossible to forget. If you've been at the village of Freycross that night, you wouldn't be able to forget them either. Then again, most of the people who were in Freycross that night died. I'm sorry to hear that.